Hi, how are you? Welcome to your challenge for February. Now, this is going to be, I'm doing this first because this is probably going to be one of the most hardest yet significant shifts and reframes that you are ever going to do. And here's what it is. You are going to, instead of look for all the things that are going wrong or are bad in a situation or aren't working, and you're going to reframe it and you're going to find the good in it. Now, this is not about toxic positivity. Sometimes situations are just going to be shit, and that's okay. You're allowed to feel shit about them. But here's what we're going to do. Instead of sitting in it about how shit it is, I literally want you to set a timer. I want you to give yourself 5 minutes. Have a fucking tantrum. Howl, cry, bash things, smash things, throw your hands in the air, have a hissy fit, whatever it is that you need to do, go and get it out. Feel those feels. Be in the unfairness of it all. But then I want you to pick yourself the fuck back up and I want you to look for the lesson because there is always a lesson in it, okay? I want you to find the good in it. So, I don't even know what to give as an example. I had a, you know what, like at the moment, I'm navigating a relationship and I've had to have a really vulnerable conversation and it didn't go the way I wanted it to. And that's okay. So instead of looking at it like, you know, fuck you, look what you've done, blah, 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 and making him wrong about it, instead I'm like grateful for the lesson, right? Grateful for the ability to actually stand up and have a conversation and fight for what I want and what I know I deserve. And like for me, it's been a huge lesson in self-trust, in self-belief, in self-worth, in opening up and being vulnerable, not from a place of trying to control and manipulate, but actually be like, here's what I want. Now, I could quite easily go down the other route, right? Of fuck you, blah, 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 and make him wrong about it. But instead I'm reframing it so that I don't end up spiraling, right? So I don't end up back down in this like pity hole of fucking misery, which is quite easy to go down. Now, I just gave you that example because it was literally the only thing I could think of right now because I'm in the middle of it. But it doesn't matter what situation it could be. It could be, I don't know, clients flaking on you. It could be your kids arcing up. It could like, you know, making life really difficult. It could be like, I don't know. It like there's literally anything that you start to fall into victim mode over. It's the reframe. Always look for the lesson. Like, okay, is that's happening because of why? Like actually get inquisitive. Why does this keep happening? Especially if it's reoccurring, right? So you might have the same event happen a couple of times now. And that's when I'd start to look inward. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing to cause this? What am I bringing in? So you're looking for the lesson, right? And if you are actually really genuinely like, okay, I'm not doing anything to cause this, maybe it's time to actually look at it and be like, you know what? The lesson here is that I can let this go. I can walk away from this. This isn't actually serving me. It's causing these feelings to come up. And you can also have a look about the triggers, which we will go into in the next couple of months. Like, what is this triggering? What belief is coming up by this event happening? Why am I reacting this way? What am I making it mean about me? And start uncovering your stories, right? So there are so many like multifacets to, did I say that right? I don't know. This is so multifaceted in the sense that there's so many moving parts, but that's why I really want to spend this month working on it because we can start to explore that as it pops up. So it might mean that you need to walk away from it, right? Maybe the lesson is, hey, I'm trying to fucking force something that is clearly not working, which was my lesson as well, right? Like I'm so attached to this and it's not working. I feel tired all the time and it's looking at those other symptoms and it's like, I'm resisting letting it go. Therefore, I'm feeling like this, blah, 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 blah. It's triggering this reaction. Whereas if I just let it go, I can make space for something new and something better. And that could look like anything in any area of your life. So this month we are actually really fucking focusing on when we go into victim mode, when we start complaining, when we start doing that, and we're going to reframe it each and every time. Okay? So is it a not right now? Is it there's something we need to learn? Is it, I don't know. Like, what is it? Like, get self-inquiry. Like, here's the thing as well. You're not going to nail this. You're going to fuck this up over and over and over again, and that's okay. Because more importantly, I want it at the back of your mind that you're having this conversation, that you've got this awareness, that you're paying attention, right? And when you start to find yourself whinging and complaining and shutting down and being the victim, and especially when you feel the need to voice it to someone else, that's when I'd start looking, okay, what is the lesson? And if you need to voice it to someone else, do it. All right, you're more than welcome to connect with each other in the group, and then you can hold each other accountable, right? So it's like, okay, this is coming up. What's my lesson? And ask yourself and like really sit with it. And okay, how can I reframe it? How can I speak about this? What good can I find in this? Like, search for the fucking good in that moment. Okay, this is teaching me this. Okay, actually, I'm not the victim. How can I get my power back? But it starts with your language. It starts with what's coming out of your mouth, because what you feed your brain will look for, right? So if you're constantly like in victim mode, which we all are, right? Like, no one has nailed this that I've ever met in my entire life yet. And it's a constant practice. So this has happened. I've gone into victim mode. Okay, how can I get my power back? Always gratitude, because that part of your brain can't be operating at the same part of your brain at the same time, the part of your brain with gratitude. So you need to find the good in it. It is very difficult. This is not going to be easy. It is going to be confronting as fuck, right? But this is when you can start mastering this and even having the self-awareness for this, you start to get your power back, which means you start to get to have a say over your life. Right? So start paying attention to any kind of whinging, complaining, bitching, unfairness. I'm in victim mode. Find the good in it. Is it a lesson? What is the lesson? Do I need to let it go? What is it? And what good can I find in this? Because I promise you, if you can start finding the good in it, you're starting to train your brain. So it will automatically start to look for it. Sometimes your lesson in it is that you need to set boundaries, is that you need to stand up for yourself, is that you need to honor yourself. But let's just start with identifying it, because that's where all the magic's going to happen, okay? Do not beat yourself up or make yourself wrong about this if you don't fucking nail it. The fact that you can even pay attention to it or notice it is high five worthy, mate. Like, so high five worthy. So go do the reframe, find the good in every situation, and use each other, right? Use each other for accountability, use each other for inspiration. Like, I'm going to be doing this with you. This is a constant practice that I am doing as well, and I fuck up, okay? Like, I am not perfect at it, but let me tell you, the minute you kind of stop doing this practice and you let it go, the more you fall into victim mode and the more you start finding those connections. And then it leads down this path. But that's okay. We'll get to that. So it's like, for now, we are practicing the reframe and finding the lesson. Okay? Any questions? Let me know. I'm so fucking proud of you. You were going to change your reality by doing this. It is a big thing. And I'm here for you.